Oh, that's the one with the real abrupt ending. I forgot.
Just cuts off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a fade. Fade that one.
And there's some cool songs that have just abrupt endings, like "Pull Me Under" from Dream Theater, just cuts at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a 311 song that does the same? I can't remember though, but whatever.
I don't know. It's not so much the abruptness of the song. Well, it is. It's the songs being abrupt and then us like all of a sudden being there. That's the weirdness of what it is. You know, I can what I can do is I can actually add a little bit to that and make it not as abrupt. Today's word of the day.
Abrupt.
Abrupt.
Every time somebody says abrupt, ah!
Actually, how do you spell abrupt? A B R U
C-D-E-F-G.
Is this it? This isn't it. That's not right.
A-B.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Yep. A burped.
Is that a burped?
No, you got it. It's fine.
And that's glitching me out too, man. With thank you to my computer situation. Anyway, there's today's word, whatever that says. So yeah, welcome everybody. This is what is this? It doesn't even say on here. I'm gonna assume it's Talking Guitars and Music Live.
Is it Friday?
It is.
It is Friday.
It is Friday. Welcome everybody. Whatever this is. Yes, it's August 21st, 2020, 8:10 Eastern, 5:10 Santa Cruz.
Smoky time.
Yeah. Whew. I'll tell you, man.
Yeah, you got to fill us in on what's the big doings over there where you are.
It's the whole state is pretty much there's fires everywhere. There's several of them here. One of the biggest ones is right here. Right next to it's not in Santa Cruz, but it's blowing all the smoke into Santa Cruz. So it's pretty bad.
Is there any news on, I'm not see, I go live and now all of a sudden everybody starts texting me. Sorry.
That's cool.
Turn it off.
That's cool. They're saying that the air is horrible. And stay inside your houses, which we're trying to do. Although we go to the beach. Like last night we went to the beach, like 9 o'clock at night or whatever, where it's pitch black. If any of you guys are channel members on here, which by the way, where is that at? I've been doing the my vlogging every day in August, my Vedas have been channel member exclusives. So if you're a channel member, you get to see these vlogs. And the one I did last night was from the beach,
on location.
On location. And I filmed it. I was gonna do it live. But I couldn't get a hotspot. We've got these things with our phones where you can look up hotspots, and so we found one. Yeah, it worked, but it's at the mini mart, right up on the top of the beach. So I'd have to stand right there.
Yeah, you don't want to do that either.
No.
Soliciting.
Yeah. So anyway, it's really hot here. There's a lot of smoke everywhere. But it's the whole Bay Area as well. It's not just here, but it's
when does it get to the point? Like, is there any news on? Is it getting closer to you? Is it like what's that's the thing I'm asking. When does it come to the point where they're like, you got to get out?
Probably pretty soon. They're saying the fire isn't contained at all.
Oh no,
the one that's down here. Yeah.
Man.
But
well, we can see a little bit. Can you turn your camera? Maybe eventually, if we stay on late enough tonight, we'll be able to see some flames outside of your window.
Oh,
no.
Oh my gosh.
Johnny, I think you better pack your shit, get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We're not really worried too much about the actual fire, coming here. Because technically we're in the country, but we're close enough to the city, where that's what they really protect. But it's the smoke, it's the air. So I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But yeah. As somebody said in the chat, yeah, you can see I have my best guitars right here, ready to go. I actually had them in the car last night, and then left them there, and then realized today, they're probably baking in there, so I probably shouldn't. I took them out.
Yeah, good idea.
Well,
how warm was it today?
It was probably I don't know, in the 80s.
Yeah, so it's probably like 100 degrees in your car.
Yeah. Let's see, what was it? Oh no, it was 70s.
Well, it was in the 90s.
It wasn't so bad. Oh, it's 72 right now in Santa Cruz. So yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but still, it does get hot in that car, unless somebody had a question. It said if you had to basically only had time to grab one guitar and split, which one would it be?
Man, because we would. Well, I hate it now. Because we would say that we would talk about this over the last couple of years or whatever. That was kind of something we would talk about. And now all of a sudden, I actually have to think about that.
Oh.
Well, no, I actually have to deal with it. So I've got my Music Man, I've got the David Ennis Strat, I've got my Telly, I've got the GMW is here, the Ripley is here. Pretty much just a handful of guitars is what I would take with me if I had to. Everything else I would just have to leave. My amplifiers I'd have to leave.
Yeah, you can't throw that on your back.
No, that stuff can be replaced. Computers, main, some of the main stuff. But like I said, we're not so worried about the fire actually being here. Because there are people here. We do have neighbors, and I don't think they're going anywhere. So we're not so worried about that. But I appreciate everybody who sent me messages. I'm getting messages left and right. I'm getting texts, emails. Like I'm getting messages from people I don't even know, saying, "Hey, are you okay? If there's
How'd you get the number?
If there's anything you need, let me know." I'm like, "Who is this?" But no, it's the what do you say? All the messages have been great, so thank you.
Well, Ned's up there. He's looking out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, and there's Ned's box right there for him. And I'm trying to
microphone. I thought there was a microphone box before. I was like, "Ooh, what microphone did Johnny get?"
Oh, nah, it's a little like pet carrier.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. My other producer's saying something. What? Well, okay. Well, yeah, we're not going to get those.
We're going? We're off? Okay. Gotta go.
Okay, actually, the fire could be here. So.
You heard it from the boss. Yeah. He doesn't know what he's talking about, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
How far is the closest one to you right now?
How many miles away is the actual fire? The actual fire is like 8 miles away. 8 miles?
Yeah, but they said be prepared.
Yeah, it's like 8 miles away.
It's pretty close. It's not as far. That's closer than I thought it was.
But it's on the opposite side of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well. Okay, it's everywhere. And it sucks. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. And if I had to take one guitar with me, it would be the Music Man. I'd lose everything else.
Yeah.
And that really sucks. But you know what's important is your health and your cat. And I'm sorry, Tony. Is Fruitcake Tony in here, dude? I forgot I was going to wear his T-shirt. Your Fruitcake Tony T-shirt.
Well, change on the air. Let's see it.
I'll have to change. I'll have to change into it, man. Are you here? Well, hey, first of all, let me thank the executive producers here: Charles Green, Joe Christian, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, who has been vlogging from Berkeley, California. He did a vlog today, which was very cool to see because he was like driving around my old neighborhood. So Music Therapy, it was great to see that. Mike Neese, who is always very, very supportive. Thank you so much. The Captain, Michael Smith.
The Captain.
David Ennis, the man, and Steve Carmichael.
Ow!
Yes. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Is that the list of 5150s right there?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We got 12,000 5150s here tonight.
All right. All right. There's the chat. Now I can see the chat. There we go. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's terrible what's going on here. But as long as you're healthy and you're safe, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but then you always think about the shit you lost.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to think about that.
I know.
But hey, if it happens, it happens. I mean, you can't control it.
Yep. So what t-shirt was because I'm wearing a t-shirt of if anybody's in New Orleans, Jeannie's friend Jessica runs a restaurant over there. So look it up if you're in New Orleans or on vacation and tell them I sent you. And she'll probably charge you extra.
Probably won't let you in.
Yeah. If you know this guy, you're not allowed in our establishment.
Actually, Tony, I think I dried it. So I think it's in the dry. I think I washed it and dried it yesterday. Let me get it real quick, okay? And I'll put it on. I'll leave the camera on so it's not so weird. And while I'm gone, you can read who's in here.
Okay. All right. We got Sigmund Freud, Beethoven, Bob Genghis Khan, Soquel, was it Herman the Kid? All right, let's see. We got, is that on my end or is that on Johnny's end? Did anybody else hear that phone ringing? We got Brendan Buttcheeks, Christopher.
Oh,
I don't know how to say that name. Edwin Crane, Fruitcake Tony, Hal Face, Headstock Harem, Hugh Caldwell, Jason Lee, Joe Hervey, John BL 5150, Kelly, Kurt S 5150, Mark Effects, Matthew Stewart, Mickey Settlemeyer, Papa Blue, Robot Master Switch, Ron Paget, Steve Carmichael, Sylvesterado, Thomas Santiago, and a couple people joined in the. Excuse me, I just had dinner and I can't talk right now. Yeah, everybody else, thanks for being here.
Hey. All right, here Fruitcake Tony, thank you so much, man.
Oh, nice.
We got the official Fruitcake Tony on YouTube t-shirt.
Very cool.
He sent this in. I did an unboxing yesterday when I talked about what's going on. I did like a vlog. There we go. Thank you so much, Tony. And Michael Smith was just calling me.
Oh, that's what that was? What, doesn't he know what time it is and what night it is?
He's a producer. He should know.
What does he think he's doing?
He's probably calling me to remind me to put the shirt on.
Why would he call you to remind you to put the shirt on?
He's a producer.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Michael, do you want to call back? Or Michael, do you want to jump in here?
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
Let me know. And yeah, okay, I'll show this. I wasn't going to show this because it's very embarrassing.
Oh, no.
It's, yeah. I got a text today. And I don't want to show this.
Here we go.
I don't want to show it, but I'll show it. Crap. Oh, this with the new iPhone, it's like. Okay, wait a minute. How do I?
Hey, which one?
Whatever one that I have, the Mega.
The Mega, yeah. Is it does it have a home button?
No.
It's great, isn't it? I thought I would hate it. And then once I got it, it took a few days, obviously, to get used to, because I was like, home button, home button. But it's great once you don't need it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't even use the other where it's packed away. The David Ennis iPhone.
Oh.
The one that I vlog with. I mean, I can use it, but it's so much different. Okay, here it is. Look at this, you guys. I can't even show this because it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I got a text today, and this was the text. See if you can figure out who this is. Okay, it's kind of embarrassing. You know who that is?
Well, I'm assuming it's you.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep.
But yeah, look at
the eyes.
How beady they are. Yeah, but look at the shirt. See? And look at the necklace. I'm wearing a Van Halen necklace too. You can barely see it.
Well, you're kind of like Alex Van Halen-ish right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say this was probably 8th grade. Right there.
You were cool for 8th grade, man. You should have seen my haircut in 8th grade. You're like,
At least I had hair in 8th grade. You know? Yeah, so you guys, I wasn't kidding. I like Van Halen. Been wearing the shirts for forever. Oh, and Michael.
That shirt?
No. I sold. I had to sell.
What do you mean you sold a shirt that you like wore?
People buy that stuff.
Like a fetish site? What are you doing here?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's like it's a collectible. They don't make those shirts anymore. Laura Kramer keeps commenting on my post.
That's nice of her.
You know who that is?
No.
That's Mrs. Kramer. Actual Kramer.
Really?
Kramer guitars. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they're having smoke issues as well. They live down in Paso Robles, and
it sounds like a restaurant. Pasta Robles.
It's worse in town. Yeah.
Can you hear Killian?
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be great on a podcast, huh? Sorry, should I do the push to talk?
Oh no, it's fine. Yeah.
Is anybody else hear a kid talking downstairs? He's actually not crying or whining. He's actually like just,
saying stuff.
Yeah, just whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's Kramer. Yeah, Laura Kramer. That's actually, Gary Kramer is his wife. Wow. We'll probably do a show down there at some point with Gary Kramer and Michael Gutierrez, who owns the Van Halen NAMM guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you know about that. Anyway, he's great friends with them, and for like the past so many years, we've been planning on doing a show down there, but something keeps coming up. But
so is there? It's funny because Kurt S5150 says my mom threw away 2 carnal knowledge shirts when I was in 8th grade. Man, I would have been PO'd. What was the reason she threw them out? Did she not like Van Halen? Did she think they were like,
probably
music and all that stuff?
Probably what they said, because they said the F word on them.
Oh, okay.
Like it actually said that. Like I remember I went to one of the shows, and the next day I went to school and I was wearing it, and I think I got sent home because it said actual FUCK.
Yeah.
It says FUCK and then N and then live is what it said. Like on the back, I think.
Yep. Man. The only one of the shirts that I could think of that my mom threw out, and she wouldn't admit it until probably about 5 years ago. But when I was in high school, I had a shirt that said on the front it had the devil horns, right? Like a black shirt, a white hand with the devil horns, and it was outlined in like neon green. And on the back, it just said "Hail Satan." And I used to wear it like when we played gigs in high school and stuff. I used to wear that thing, and it was an awesome shirt, And obviously, it was just a goof. It was a joke. It wasn't, I don't think anything like that. But so I remember one time, I just couldn't find it. Like, Mom, did you see my Hail Satan shirt? No, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. So she finally admitted it, about 5 years ago. I was like, I knew it.
John BL. John BL started with the memes. Oh no. Look at this. John BL just put this in Kurt Jeffrey just commented on our thing. Okay, hang on.
You keep
there we go.
Look at that.
Not bad.
No.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you make sure your hair was parted on the same side?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah.
This is probably back before that picture was ever even discovered, the one of him.
Yeah.
That was back before the internet. Wow, we got everything. We got Laura, we got Mrs. Kramer leaving comments on my post. We got Kurt Jeffries, leaving comments. This is great.
We're getting some cool comments about shirts now. Let's see. We got Fruitcake Tony says original Van Halen shirts, not the reprints from 78 to 91. Go for some money.
Yeah, I had an original. I had an original Fair Warning that somebody just gave me, and I wore it, and everything. And then I sold my entire collection years ago, and how much did I sell that shirt for? Probably like it was over $100.
Wow!
And it was just an old shirt, old ratty shirt, but it was original.
Yeah.
It was one of the like the baseball jerseys with the sleeves.
3/4 or whatever the hell sleeves are.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Robot Master Switch says I had a Soundgarden loud as F shirt that I wasn't allowed to wear at home. That doesn't surprise me, man. My parents wouldn't have been cool with me wearing that stuff in the house either.
Hey, are you watching? Kurt Jeffries is like, hey, Johnny.
Papa Blue said my mom just used to throw my Playboys out. Ben Tom says it sounds almost as cool as my Olivia Newton-John physical pink t-shirt. That's cool. I'd probably wear that now.
I'd wear that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had so many t-shirts. I had so many magazines, all Van Halen stuff. Okay. Not other stuff.
Sure.
I had so much stuff, man. But
Thrash Metal said my dad heard Slayer Haunting the Chapel EP in my cassette alarm clock going off and tossed it, but he got it back. I have a funny story. This isn't about t-shirts or anything, but did you like Transformers when you were a kid, Johnny?
I watched the cartoon. I didn't play with the toys. I had friends that collected the toys and stuff, and I was more into the Star Wars stuff, the action figures. I'd watch the cartoon though. Yeah.
Because I have a buddy who when he was a kid, his mom took him out and he got Megatron. Now, obviously, he's the leader of the Decepticons. He's a bad guy. So his father, very religious man, when he got home, he asked his son, and he said, is this a good guy or a bad guy? And my friend, not wanting to lie to his father, said it's a bad guy. His dad smashed Megatron on the back patio
because it was a bad guy.
Because he was a bad guy. He defeated evil, I guess is how you can look at it now. But I mean, could you imagine, like Megatron? He was hard to find in the stores, man. I remember wanting Optimus Prime. We couldn't find him, so my first Transformer was Soundwave, who was he was the tape deck, Megatron, that guy with the awesome vocoder effect on his voice.
Was he a boombox?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was awesome. Ravage, eject. I have that effect in Pro Tools. I should put it on my voice for the show.
Oh, the tape flies out and it's like a bird or something.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, the Jaguar was one, and then the bird was another, and then there was another one you had to buy separate. Who was the one with the Rumble? I think was his name. He could cause earthquakes. He did this. He had these big things he hit the ground with.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know who sent this. I don't know. Oh, was it Kurt? Because your tweet just popped up too. He just got us in a tweet. Oh, and Bent Tom is eating sushi. That's in the Discord right now. Awesome. So that's one of the Van Halen shirts.
Oh yeah, see, I wouldn't have been able to. No way.
Says that on the back.
I mean, I guess you got to think of how old, like the age of the kid that was wearing that. So when that album came out, so I was 91. So I was 14. There's no way my parents would have been like, yeah, you can wear that. No way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could wear it. I mean, it was Van Halen. It was fine. Oh, Kurt. Oh yeah, he just tagged both of us on Twitter. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Anybody, if you're on Twitter, tag us with stuff on there. I think that's awesome. So Kurt,
well, I don't do much on Twitter. I just check sports stuff and other stuff. And when Johnny tags me in something, obviously I'll retweet or like it or something,
yeah.
But I'm not very active as far as posting and stuff like that on Twitter. So don't get offended if you tweet at me or something and I don't respond or whatever, because I'm not really that into Twitter. So
I love Twitter. You guys, anybody, if you're on there, follow me, tag me, and everything. Is my Twitter my Twitter name? Actually, it's right there. It's just my name, Johnny Beane. But yeah, Kurt 5150 just tagged us on Twitter. My mom threw one away, and I bought another one, mail order from Inside Magazine. It took like a month for them to ship. Okay, so that was the front. That was the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, the back.
Remember the days of ordering something either through the mail? Well, usually that's how you had to do it. And not being able to check every day where it is and update on the shipping. That was the worst, man. And then by the time you get it, you forgot about it. It's like, what the hell is this? Oh, that's right. I forgot I ordered this. That's how it was back in the day. We don't know how good we have it. Nowadays, Amazon, 2 days, 1 day, same day.
When I used to order Van Halen collectible, I'll say collectible videos. Let's just call them those. on VHS. When I used to order those, from some ad in some magazine somewhere, it would take a month to get, and then I would get it and then play it, and then it'd be like the worst. It'd be the worst quality. It was always a gamble buying that stuff, because every tape was like $25 per tape. You get it, and you never, back then, maybe there was like a homemade box with like a picture of maybe what the show looked like. Usually not.
Yeah, usually not. Yep.
Actually, I've got some examples right there. I'll grab one. But it was a gamble. Every time you'd buy one, $25, you'd get it, put it on, and if the quality was just the worst, you're stuck with it.
Yeah, you're screwed. There's no calling up, hey, or going online on Facebook and blowing up the company because they sent you a piece of crap. Couldn't do any of that, back then.
Yeah, but you watched it anyway.
Yeah, you had because otherwise, like, well, you just wasted your money. That same thing with me. It was I remember 4th of July. We used to go to my dad's parents' house, my grandparents' house, and nearby, like a few blocks away, they had this park, and they always had like a huge flea market on the 4th of July, and then at night, obviously, they did the fireworks. So this one year, this person had set up. It was basically like a bootleg booth. You know, they had like real tapes and stuff, but they had like a whole bin of bootlegs. And it was around the like Black Album, Carnal Knowledge, because both those albums came out in 91. So they had a Van Halen one, they had a Metallica one. And I couldn't decide, and I remember the Metallica one had Lars. It was like on some orange, like thin paper, just printed black. Lars sitting there behind the drums with I still remember the look of it. He's like looking, and I was like, I'll get the Metallica one. And then I remember going home, listening, or going to my grandparents' house, putting it on their tape deck and listening. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. I forget how much it was. It might've been like $10 or something. I forget. And then I remember like telling my parents, I got to go back and get that Van Halen one. This one sounds awesome. I went back and got the Van Halen one. It sounded like shit. It almost sounded like somebody was recording it like they had a big trench coat and the tape deck was like in the inside pocket or something.
Yeah.
It was muffled. You couldn't really hear anything. And I was like,
you could hear every time the guy moved around, you could hear the
yeah.
You could hear all the sound
with nylon pants on. Yeah.
You hear screaming, you hear like people, talking in the background. Some of those bootlegs, some of those cassettes that were recorded way, way far away. It's like the band sounds far away, and you mostly hear conversations of people. You hear screaming, and then you hear people talking.
Well, the worse than that is somebody singing off key.
Yeah,
that's the worst. Like, oh God,
that too. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, man. It was crazy back then. You guys don't know how good you have it now with YouTube and Amazon, and you can get anything right away. You can preview it. Everything's free now. Music is basically free. Live recordings, they're free.
Yeah.
Do
you think is that part of the reason? You think, like, obviously what's happening now, I'm not talking about with the reason why nobody, the shows thing, but I'm talking about before this. I mean, we've mentioned this before, but I remember when what band was it? Fear Factory or something was coming around here at the House of Blues. This was probably maybe a year or two after we moved down here. So maybe 2011, 12, somewhere around there. And then like a week before they played here, I mean, you just go on YouTube and you got 15 different camera angles of the show, the set list. And by the time the show comes, you're not as excited because you've basically seen it. I mean, I know the experience of going to the show. It's second to none. It's a great thing to be at a concert. But I think a lot of the fire gets put out when you see the whole thing, the lighting, the light show. And I know it's not the same thing, but modern technology with the cameras and all that stuff, like things still look cool and sound cool. And I think just a lot of the excitement, the air comes out of the balloon a little bit. And by the time it comes, like, I don't feel like spending $120 for 2 tickets and a couple beers. Like, screw it,
Yeah. Well, there's no what do you call it? Surprises anymore. Exactly, because a lot of bands, they go on tour. Pretty much. A lot of them, they play the same set every night.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. And if you're watching them live on Periscope, every time, because on the last Van Halen tour, I remember somebody somewhere. All you would do, you would search Periscope. You would search just how did I know that? How did I figure that out? Anyway, like every time, like 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, oh, Van Halen's playing somewhere right now. Let me check Periscope, and oh, there they are. Somebody's, there filming them, and I'd watch for as long as they would be filming it, or not filming. I mean, it was streaming. It was actually live, actually there, And so by the time I went to the show, yeah, I knew every song. I knew everything that was going to happen. Still amazing. I mean, still great because you can't. Um, there's no replacing an actual live show. Being there, like you were saying, the lights, the sound, the smells.
Yeah,
there's no, plus, but I mean, it's like Van Halen, seeing, Eddie Van Halen right there in person. There's no,
there's no topping it.
Yeah,
I mean, there was nothing. I mean, because I saw my first concert that I went to was like I told you before, '93, the Carnal Knowledge tour, and to me it was like
the live show, the live one,
the live show, yeah,
right here, right now.
I was 15, and it was just like I still remember when they came on stage. They opened up with "Mine All Mine,"
yeah,
and the second they came out, I was like, I'm getting goosebumps just like thinking about, like my heroes, my favorite band in the world. All of a sudden I'm seeing them in person, and it was just like the coolest experience. And
yeah,
hey, you can't match it.
And those 2 hours fly right by.
Oh, dude, I barely remember. I barely remember it.
That was actually one of their best. That was one of their best tours, I think. The Right Here, Right Now tour, the '93 tour. It was all outside.
Mm-hmm.
There was no inside. The outside shows are always better because you can actually hear them. The indoor shows, you can never hear what's going on because it's so loud.
So loud, and everything's bouncing off.
Yeah. Yeah, you really can't hear. Like when you watch, a video on YouTube of an indoor show, like in an arena, what you're hearing there isn't actually what you're hearing at the actual show. You can actually hear it better on the video.
Yeah.
But hey, let me say, let's look at the chat. We got a lot of people, and we got 80. Keeps fluctuating between 80 and 90 something.
Wow,
people. Yeah. Leave a thumbs up here on YouTube or on Facebook. Yeah, we're live on YouTube and Facebook tonight. And I'm rethinking my strategy of multi-streaming. I'm trying to figure that out. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of comments here, like Johnny, be safe and stuff. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. Yeah, well, I'm here for now. I don't know how much longer I will. I don't want to leave. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. But yeah, thank you so much. And John B.O. That's right. How'd you know that? Lots of man, we appreciate everybody that's in here. This is amazing. Yeah, thank you, Dwight Bailey. Thank you, man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy thinking about live shows and stuff because they're they're not
be able to wait to go. And now it's like, should I go? Maybe, I'll be able to watch, like there's shows, there's people that take all the footage from a concert, and then they'll take the best sounding audio, and then they'll put all the different clips of all the different people filming and put it together almost like you're watching, a filmed, and it's cool. But at the same time, like I said, it takes the, and somebody mentioned before, was it Kurt 5150 said, like it takes the anticipation out. Like you just, it's like what used to happen when an album used to come out, man. You couldn't wait. then albums started leaking, and then it's like, oh, I got it 2 months before it's out. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Things are everything is just so different now. I mean, it's good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
But, those of you that are watching this that, weren't around back before the internet, the internet is what changed everything. I mean, it changed just everything there is. The internet is,
Yep.
And,
it's good for a lot of things and bad for a lot of things too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm sitting here in front of, 2 computers. It's like, you walk around with this thing, you can't live without. You know what's bad about it is you can't hide anymore.
What do you mean?
It's like somebody, like, you're always like, if you're on Facebook, you can see when somebody's on Facebook. You can always be reached.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of times I'll get a message on Facebook and I won't even open it. I won't even,
Well, don't give up your people. There's probably somebody in the chat right now, but like, that son of a bitch.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I sent Johnny a message a week ago and he's
well, but also not just because of what's going on now, but I get a lot of messages, all the time. And but no, what I'm trying to say though is it's such a small world now, and everything has just changed so much with everything. With music is free. It doesn't matter what record comes out. Even if you don't buy it, you can still get it. Like free. Like, a YouTube video, somebody's going to upload it to YouTube. It's going to be there. They're going to take it down. Somebody's going to re-upload it. People re-upload the same things to YouTube all day long. Same stuff. Yeah. So it's great, in one sense, but it's not great in another sense. If you're the one creating the music.
Mm-hmm.
But there's different ways you got to deal with that now. It's we'll give you, we'll give you the record, but you got to buy a T-shirt, or something, or.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, you buy the T-shirt at the show as like, I was at the show. It's like almost like a badge of honor. I couldn't wait to wear that Van Halen shirt the day after. The day after I went to that concert, couldn't wait to wear it, to show like, I was at this show. I was at that show, man. It's like like I said, it's a badge of honor, and you don't feel that anymore. At least, different generations, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It's very weird. Let's see.
Well, I had a phone call with somebody today. I'm supposed to. Well, the original plan was I was going to mix a full length record, and the more time goes by, it's probably going to be more like, because the music industry now, I guess, full length records, like, nobody sits down and listens to full albums anymore. I mean, I do, but a lot of people don't. The younger generation, they're kind of like singles. They make playlists. They don't listen to full albums.
They don't even buy the records. What they'll do is they'll make a playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
Of all the songs they like, or all the songs from that band or whatever. And it's like I said, it's totally different now.
Yeah.
It's not like it was when our parents were kids.
So now I think, I don't want to mention, the name or anything yet, because, this is whatever, but it just kind of shows where the how the music industry, if I could talk, has changed. I mean, so now it's kind of like we're probably going to go and do like 2 songs at a clip, you know, because I know nowadays it's all about streaming. And if you put out a full album in a month or 2, you get all the streams at once, and then the excitement and the attention is gone off of the album, right? It's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So nowadays they're talking about, hey, put out a couple songs at a clip, put it out every 3-4 months. So the excitement is always there. You're always on people's minds, you know, because the old time it was like every 2-3 years an album comes out, and that's what it was, you know. And now I guess it's, if you don't put out an album or music every X amount of time, people kind of forget about you. So you want to keep in people's, you know, on people's minds and consistently putting music out, I guess. So it looks like that's kind of the plan of action that we're going to go. And I'm fine with it. I mean, who am I? You know, no, you're going to do a whole album. You know, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, it makes sense. You know, it really does, I guess. And I don't want to admit it because, like I said, we're from the generation of you buy a full-length album and you listen to it. It's an experience. It's like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a physical product, you know, a CD. Remember CDs?
I'm trying to think of the last one I actually purchased.
CDs. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't even like, if an album, for me, the last several records that I bought, I just do iTunes. I download the entire thing from iTunes, literally right when it comes out, because you know, a lot of times you'll know when it comes out. You get it, you put it in the iPod or whatever, and then I mainly listen to music in the car when I'm driving. That's mainly when I listen to stuff. But I hate to say it, but you know, there's been recent records that I bought where I don't even know what the liner notes look like because I never looked at them.
I know.
You know?
You don't even know the names of the songs.
Yeah, you don't even know the names. Yeah, unless I look at what it says in the car.
Yeah.
Then I know what the actual name of the tune is. You know. But yeah,
I'm a big fan of like track listing. To me is very important when you listen to an album. It's got to have the, you know, the ebb and flow. You know, you don't like, if you have, let's just say 10 songs on an album, you know, you don't put like 3 fast ones in a row and then 3 slow ones in a row. You kind of want it to, like a movie, you know, you got action and then it comes down a little bit, and then it's got action and it comes down, and then it's got, you know, I like that type of album.
Yeah. And, where you can sense it. You don't see it, but you sense, you can feel it. You can feel like every record has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you feel it, like you said, like a movie. You know, has tension. It has, exactly what you just said. and when you're creating a playlist, and then there's a skill to that, and I guess there's a skill to creating, you know, playlists as well. But if you just put a bunch of random songs in a playlist together, maybe each song, maybe you like each song, and so it's great every time you hear it when it comes on, or like if it's on, if you put a playlist on shuffle, you know, where you don't know what's going to come up next, but maybe you know the song, so when you hear it, you recognize it, but it doesn't have that. There's not that same effect.
No, it's not.
Of like what we were just talking about.
Yeah, because you put on like an 80s rock playlist and you put it on random. Next thing you know, you get 3 ballads in a row, and you're like, "Oh my God, would you pump it? You know, turn it off."
Fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep. You're ruining the mood here. It's true. It really is, man. You know. So, Bozique says, Jay, what I miss the most is CD or vinyl interior artwork and the cover art. Yeah, and that was a part of the experience. I mean, I've talked about this. I remember getting home with a CD or a tape. You put it on, you just sit like on the edge of your bed and you just stare at the thing while you're listening to the album. It was a part of it.
There was that, or see, it's been so long since I've even gone to a record store. But let's say if I go to to Amoeba Records or something, and I buy an album there. Well, see, that's the thing though, is most anything that's commercial now is on iTunes, and I can just get it on iTunes, or I can just listen to it on Spotify. Yeah, But the one thing is, when you listen to stuff on Spotify, the sound quality is not the greatest. Maybe if you pay for it, maybe it. Do you know?
Yeah, I think they bump it up because I'll show you on mine. Hold on.
But like when I let's say songs that I actually have on a CD or I download off iTunes, if I get lazy and I open up Spotify and I listen to it, I can immediately hear the quality, and it's not the same. It's almost you can definitely hear there's a lower grade.
So it gives you one option is volume level. So it says loud, normal, and quiet. I usually have it on quiet, but the problem is if you have your phone connected to like a Bluetooth speaker or the car and you have your alerts on, you obviously have to turn up the speaker or the stereo for the music, and then you get an alert and it's like, "Bow!"
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, what the hell was that?
You're listening to a song and all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other option they give you, music quality. So streaming. Come on, closer. Okay, pull it away slowly. Come on, it focused before on the other thing.
Oh,
there you go. Automatic, low, normal, very high. Sorry about that.
I need new glasses now.
So very high, it plays it at 320, that's the highest of a MP3. Obviously, there's different encoding and stuff like that, because supposedly, what is it? What is Jay-Z's streaming service called? Tidal or something? I guess that one has the highest quality,
the highest quality for streaming. Yeah, Jay-Z. Well, actually, a lot of rap music. He's rap, right?
I had this on today, a little bit of Joe Satriani. So what about
that's the Flying in the Blue?
Flying a Blue Dream, yep.
My old boss is thanked in that.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, because he used to sell guitars to Satch. Yeah.
Well, I can't check it because there's no liner notes in this, I wish, remember when they did that in iTunes? Remember you used to be able to download the album art?
Yeah.
You used to be able to actually flip through and look. Yeah. I wish they would do that on Spotify.
Oh.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You can't buy music on Spotify though, can you?
No.
You're not actually buying it, you're renting. You're renting the service.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What was I saying? I don't even know what I
cut you off. I'm sorry.
I forget. What was I saying? I can't remember.
Well, that's for the chat.
Rewind the tape.
Show us that you were paying attention. Rewind the tape.
What was I just saying? John BL.
Stop the tape.
I was gonna say something about something. I don't know.
Well, we're talking about title and the quality, and then the artwork. If the artwork is in the thing.
Before that.
Oh.
That's where I lost it, John BL. Before that. Oh, Jay-Z. Oh, Jeannie says. Thank you. That's it. There we go.
I just saw that comment now. That's how delayed the chat is over here. Oh, we'll go back to that picture. Not John BL's. Oh. Look at my little baby girl there.
Hi, Ellie. Jeannie, thank you. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the Jay-Z, yeah, the rap music. Rap music has to be super high quality. Otherwise, you'll lose a lot of the dynamics within that music. Because like with the bass.
The low end information.
With the low end, yeah. It's not the same, A lot of that stuff you can't listen to with earbuds. That's why some of those companies make their own headphones.
Mhm.
Like they got their own brand of headphones specifically for rap music. Because that's one thing with a lot of the lower frequencies is you need special speakers to reproduce a lot of that. Otherwise,
the sub frequencies, like a lot of but when you look up headphones, it gives you the frequency response, from like whether it's 60 hertz all the way to 15K or something. Like it'll tell you. So if you listen to a lot of stuff with a lot of low end, like sub bass, try to find headphones with a lower, like 20 hertz or something. I mean, you're just going to feel it. You're obviously not going to hear it, but you will feel it.
Yeah, it's very important.
But
yeah. Hey, Nerd Halen. It's Frankie Relic Friday. Nice.
Dude, everybody's still loving them, man. The EVH Frankies.
The Frankies.
The honeymoon phase is not over on anybody that I've talked to that has one. It's still going.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to keep going. I don't think that's going to end. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I see a lot of that stuff. Because I repost a lot of that on my EVH Gear Live Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I repost a lot of people's posts of those guitars, and yeah, they're loving them.
John BL, you are correct. The MDR 7506s are good headphones. Yeah, they're great for the money.
Yep. Is that the ones that I had? The ones that had
Stern used to use
the duct tape?
No,
I had these ones with duct tape all over them.
They had red on the right and blue on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the best headphones I've ever owned. I love those. We used to have 2 pairs of those, and they both, you use them for years and years. Yeah. Go back on the channel here, maybe 4 years ago, and you'll see me wearing the great, awesome headphones with duct tape all over them because they kept falling apart. And they hurt my ears so bad because there was like smash, like pinching all the time.
I remember when I first started watching you guys, you had the
duct tape?
Duct tape headphones. Yep.
I think they're in this.
Oh, we got to see them. Let's go down memory lane, everybody. Let's go back about 3 years ago to what Johnny was using. I can't believe you still have them. Careful, you're going to pull your whole operation down right there. You need more slack.
I don't see them.
Oh, they're on your head.
Oh. No. Somebody sent these in. Thank you so much. I don't remember who it was, but thank you. Yeah, I don't know where. Actually, they might be over there somewhere. But yeah, those things. Those things were amazing because I used them for years for my own music production.
Yeah. Well, these are the ones I use for extra monitoring. I got the Sennheiser, the blank label, the HD 650s, and they're really, really good, really comfortable too, man. Because I got big ears; they stick out far. These have a nice. They're comfortable, man.
Oh, those are cozy.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
Yeah,
pillows on the sides.
Yeah, it looks like you put those on and you just wear them just because they're comfortable.
Yeah. Well, before we split tonight, not that we're splitting yet, but somebody reminded me. Crap. Who reminded me about that kick drum trick? I don't know if it's a trick because some people might think it's actually cheating. But somebody mentioned that we kind of, if we're going to touch on any music engineering stuff tonight or producing stuff, Plexiface, that's who it was. Said, Jay, did you talk about your kick drum trick yet? It's not my kick drum trick. So one of the bigger producers in metal showed me this trick and told me about it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is genius!"
Mm-hmm.
Let me use the bathroom real fast, and then I'll come back. Too much water and coffee today.
Oh man, I've got a little bit. Oh my goodness. So yeah. What do we got? 93 watching this. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. If you like guitars and rock and roll, and if you kind of like Van Halen, you might kind of like it here too. You know, we like a lot of that stuff. I mean, look at his avatar. It's a Van Halen guitar. You know. So let's see. Who do we got here? Edwin Crane is here. Nightbot, of course. Robot Master Switch. This show is cool. Thank John BL. John BL says the show is cool. Thank you so much. Susie Cherry. Hey. Blackjack Guitar Nut. Hugh Caldwell. Thrash Metal. Distillite is here. Good to see you guys. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, if you hear about what's going on with the California fires in Santa Cruz, I'm okay. I'm fine. The air is a little weird, but things are okay for now. Bozique. Yeah. See you later, man. I love recording secrets. Oh, Edwin, that's the good stuff, man. Getting the tips and the tricks with getting sounds. That's awesome. Have they controlled the fires? Not all of them, no. Nope. Most of them are not really contained. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me just say really quickly. I know. I've been talking about this. Speaking of Van Halen, I've been talking about this for a little while, and I'm trying to figure out, the best way to do this. But some of you may know I run a Van Halen group in Facebook, and there's the link right there. Nightbot should have it, and it's getting pretty big. We surpassed 20,000 members a couple of days ago, and so one of my ideas is to start a show within that group. A Van Halen, Roth era, 78 to 84 era show. Where we just talk about that era and that content, and I think it could get pretty big.
Probably because those people seem a little, into it.
Yeah, I know. Like every thread I'm saying, like it's just nonstop. And yeah, a lot of it is kind of weird, but but I mean, just imagine, doing what we're doing here, but doing it in there, and just talking about that and talking live to those people.
Mm-hmm.
See, that'd be a part of it. Is we would be actually talking to them. And
not at them, but to them.
It could get pretty big. I think it could do very well, but we just have to plan it. It has to be planned. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like how and when and why.
And why.
To do that. But it could be great. It could be great, because we do have, some actual Van Halen people in there. People that worked for the band over the years, family members of band members, childhood friends of the band. Yeah, like all these people are in there. And actually, that'd be the place to have like some of those people as guests, within there. I think that'd be great. Mm-hmm. Actually, I do have there is a friend of mine that actually grew up with Eddie and Alex. He was actually in a band with them when they were like 12, 13 years old.
Oh man,
and
damn.
He actually contacted me the other day. He's like, Johnny, I want to come on your show. So I don't know if we should do that in there or in here or whatever, but we'll figure it out. And this guy has some stories, man. Because I met up with this dude probably 3-4 years ago. We had dinner, and he was telling me all these stories about Eddie and Alex when they were kids, and Eddie's old cars, and like all this crap. All this crap that you'd be like, wow, that's amazing.
What kind of bubble gum you like chewing?
Yeah. And anyway, yeah, he contacted me the other day. He's like, Johnny, I want to do your show. I want to come on and tell some of these stories. So anyway, we'll do that at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
well, speaking of new shows, Johnny, depending obviously on what your situation is, in 5 days, right? 5 days. Wednesday the 26th, Boner Jams and I are going to be doing the first ever. I don't know the name for the show yet. Maybe we won't even have one. But yeah, you're laughing because you know what the original idea for the name of the show was. So it's going to be a metal, not that, but it's going to be a heavy metal show, more based on that. Mm-hmm. Free the boner. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. So yeah, we'll be doing some of that stuff, talking more metal. And like I said, Wednesday, the 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's not going to be a weekly thing. It might just be a one night thing. We don't know how it's going to go. We don't know if anybody's going to be interested in it. We don't know if we're going to be any good. So we'll see how it goes. But if it goes well and everybody enjoys it, if we have a good time, it'll be just once a month. It'll be like the last Wednesday of every month. Bone Talk.
Bone Dash Talk.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, the original idea for it was, and I was actually going to have Jeannie do the intro for the show. And she was going to go, Sirius XM has the Boneyard. Johnny Beane TV has the Boner Yard. So, yeah, sure you were.
That's not so bad. Although I think I looked it up and I think I saw somebody else is already using that.
Yeah, I don't want to rip off anybody.
I think that's already a podcast or it's already something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing. That's
yeah, I know. Because it's funny when I was messaging Johnny with the idea, obviously he LOL'd it, but then I was like, dude, if you're not cool with it, please tell me. Like it's okay. We'll figure something else out. I want you to be cool with the name, And Johnny's, I forget what you said, but it was something like, yeah, maybe we'll figure something else out. And I was like, okay, he's not cool with it.
What did I say? I said something like maybe try a few.
Else, yeah.
You always want to have a few different ideas. You don't want to just or maybe that is one of several. maybe it is, but no, I think I did look it up. And John Biel, see if you can find anything. I think I saw somebody else is already using that somewhere. It's like already a podcast or something.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't even have to have a name. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
So. See, now, dude, you got to remove Boner off the band list. Because anybody that types Boner, it gets blocked.
Let me see. That word is not blocked. I do know that. I do have a banned list and And those words are the very bad words, like the worst words.
Temple Pilots. The pleasure bone. Oh man, it's getting hot in here now. Talking about boners.
Oh, I see. That's getting hidden. Yeah, that's automatically getting hidden because of what it is. Yeah, it's.
Can you turn it off? No.
No.
Oh.
No, I can't turn that off. Because YouTube knows what that word is. There's a whole list of words that they know. Yeah, see, there's another one. Yeah, it keeps hiding.
What if
everybody type that one word in the chat and see what happens.
Type in B0NER and see what happens.
That'll get through.
Jay's petting zoo. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody type that. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's the new name right there.
I miss it. Yeah, I got through. See, B0NER works.
Yeah, that gets through.
So anybody, if you ever want to type the word boner in the chat, you got to put a 0.
Yeah. See, a lot of this stuff gets hidden.
Yeah, it's blocked. How does boobies get blocked? I mean, come on. All right, so yeah, everybody tune in Wednesday at 8 p.m. Obviously, if you're a metalhead, you'll dig it. Because Boner Jams, Brian is his name. He loves more of the modern metal, where I'm more of like the 80s and 90s, you know, maybe early 2000s, mid whatever. But I think it'll be cool. You know, we'll see how it goes. If it's cool, like I said, if it's cool, everybody digs it, we'll keep doing it. If not, then it'll just be a one and done. That's what we'll name it. It'll be one and done. That's it. So. Plus, like I was telling you, Johnny, yesterday on the phone, like I think it's kind of neat that it'll add an extra type of thing to the channel as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, 8 Eastern. Same time as this.
8 Eastern. Thursday night?
Wednesday night. You boner. Don't get me in trouble.
Oh my gosh. Yikes. Look at these words.
Brian Spalding asks, any special guests? If the show is a success.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Johnny Beane. Johnny has to sit there. Whether he wants to be on camera or not is up to him. But he has to like turn the show on and all that stuff. So it sucks for him. Now he has to sit there for an extra, hour and a half or 2 hours. Yeah, there'll definitely be some guests, because I still have a few connections in the metal world, so I don't think it'll be too terribly hard to get some metal people in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. Let's see. 45 thumbs ups. Thank you.
Not bad.
You're on YouTube. Yeah, see that's. I guess I could talk about this. Is anybody watching this on Facebook right now? Like, if you're actually watching us on Facebook, say hi in the chat on Facebook. I want to see if anybody is actually watching, because that's one of the reasons I'm kind of rethinking the multi-stream thing, because this is mainly a YouTube show. And so we're sitting here reading all these things on the chat, responding to people. Anybody that's on Facebook, they're not seeing what we're seeing. So it's kind of weird for them,
What do you mean they're not seeing what we're seeing?
They're not looking at the same chat that we're looking at.
Oh yeah. They
don't see it. So doing a live chat type show like this, it doesn't work. I don't think it works as well using different, multi-streaming. You know, if it was just you and me talking to each other,
Mhm.
then that's fine. You know, or doing, you know, some pre-recorded, you know, something.
Is anybody watching? How do you tell?
On Facebook?
Yeah, because I'm looking.
You see it. You would see like a number, like you would.
I probably have to hit the play button. Hold on, let me mute it.
Well, it's the same thing. Because 8. You would see like, okay, well, I see a number. Like you would 9.
Play button. Hold on, let me mute it.
Okay, I see there's 9 people watching us over there. Dane Zimmerman liked it. Hey, Dan.
Why can't I see my comment anymore?
8.
Oh, because I commented outside of the actual live video. 10. We got 10.
Okay, I see there's 9 people. I see you right there. Okay.
That is left.
Okay, so you're there.
Butt Cheek still watching this? Can I show this picture? Yeah, you can't really see him. Why not? I just don't want to get him in trouble at work. Never mind. Maybe I won't show it unless he says okay.
What is he the one? Is he the guy that was holding all the Taco Bell shells with licking them all? Is that him?
What? Brendan? Oh no, he doesn't work at Taco Bell.
Remember that?
No.
Remember that picture? Oh, Jeff Alexander. Okay, I see you over there, man. Bo Boldware is over there. Alan Garber. Oh, you're there? Yeah, see, look at all these comments. Sandra is over there. Okay. All right, so yeah, we got a few people over there. But do you guys agree? Like those of you that are watching on Facebook right now, do you agree? Is it weird seeing us reading chat comments that you guys aren't seeing from YouTube? Is it strange? Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to. Well, then again, we're on the YouTube. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's a test. You know, it's all. This whole show is a test. Every episode is just a test. It's.
Hey, speak of the devil, look who decided to come in right after we finished talking about it. Boner Jams is here.
Hey, Alan, better on YouTube? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. But there are you know, certain people that watch on Facebook that aren't on YouTube though. There's like 1 or 2 people. Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Today is Frankenstrat Friday. That's right, Clayton.
Yo.
You know how many years I've been doing that? I've been reading his comment and long time.
We love you long time. So yesterday I went to Guitar Center, not because I wanted to, but because I had to.
Oh.
It was my cousin's son's 17th birthday, and he wanted an acoustic guitar. So my cousin asked if I'd, meet him up there and help him pick one out. So we he got him a Fender acoustic electric, actually. It's got a Fishman pickup in there. It's got a tuner. And there's me pretending like I know how to play acoustic because I really suck at it. I don't play acoustic very often. Usually it's to like Jeannie will play a song and be like, "Hey, do you know this song?" I'm like, "All right, can you play this for me?" Type of thing, and I'll grab her acoustic and pretend to play it. But while I was there, I noticed on the wall, on the used section. I probably shouldn't even show this because I don't want somebody going to buy it because I want to go get it.
Oh, well then, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, anything at Guitar Center, they can ship to any store anywhere. So if you see it, you know where it is. You can call that Guitar Center and have them ship it to your local store.
Yeah, maybe I won't show it then because I want to.
So yeah,
I don't think Ellie's watching anymore, and even if she was, she probably wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about. But there's something there that I think her birthday's in October. I think I, want to get her something up there. It's on that wall.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But I don't want to like, force, any of my kids to like play an instrument. I just want to be one of those things where it's there, and maybe we get lucky one night and she's in their room. All of a sudden she starts ding, 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 strumming away and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, she obviously she loves music.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think at some point, whether if she wants to play, I mean, she will.
Well, she played drums 2 days ago for about 5 minutes. Here's a couple pictures I'll show. This one's pretty funny, just flailing her arms. And then here's one, just in deep thought. Oh, come on. Damn. Well, whatever, you get the idea.
Still a good one.
Yeah. All right, I guess I have to give the kick drum trick. Is it time for that yet?
Is this the thing for it?
Because Bri the sign guy said, "What's the kick drum trick?" So I guess there's a few people that at least want to know it.
Yeah, I want to know it too, but I have to get more water.
Okay, you go get more water, and I'll look. I'll read some questions or comments in the chat.
Okay. Right.
Papa Blue says, I tried that with my 3 boys and didn't work. Now I'm working on my granddaughters. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to be like something where, you don't want to I don't want to force Ellie to do something that she doesn't want to do, because the next thing you know, she'll like, I don't want to do anymore. I'd rather have it just sitting there. Like the drum set, every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, do you want to go upstairs and play drums? Or then she'll say, hey, Daddy, I want to go upstairs and play drums. But she just comes up here and blasts away for literally like 2 minutes. And then she just drops the drumsticks, takes the headphones off, and that's it. But I mean, she's only, she's going to be 4 in October. So it's not like she still doesn't know what the hell's going on with that stuff, But I still think it would be cool just to have instruments in the house. Obviously I do, but I'm not handing her this at 4 years of age and be like, here, Ellie, have fun. It's not that. So Amanda says, my 6-year-old is teaching me how to play guitar. She says she's an expert. I bet she is. Is that the guitar that Ben bought her about, was it a year ago, something like that? That was really cool.
Awesome. You can see the Facebook chat, right?
No.
Or I mean, within. Are you looking at the StreamYard chat, or you're looking?
No,
at
I have that slid over. I have the YouTube one there. I have you bigger right under the camera, so it kind of looks like I'm bigger.
Okay. Well, just in case you can't see that.
Jay, good thing you got her listening to music while she's very young, because that at least will help her ear if she, dude. Yeah, she already is hitting notes, listening to music. Her favorite band right now is Crazy Licks, Swedish kind of 80s modern hard rock band.
Mm-hmm.
And she totally loves it. I mean, music is on in this house literally 24 hours a day. It's on in her room at night. Like, she listens to music while she's sleeping. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So here's the kick drum trick for any engineers out there. And obviously, if you have a world-class drummer that you're recording, or if you're doing like, this is pretty much for, I'd say, hard rock, heavy metal. If you're doing some other stuff where you don't have to be like really tight and you're not going to be like editing drums, this really isn't going to help. Sometimes that stuff needs to be kind of loose and not overly, locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a engineer and you're recording a metal band and the drummer isn't 100%, well, not 100% because nobody is, but like stuff with a lot of double bass and like maybe syncopated kick drum patterns. The issue that there is when you're editing drums like that, or maybe not even editing them, just recording them, is the kick drum is always going to bleed through the other mics, especially the overheads, the room mics, everything. The kick drum is going to bleed. Every cymbal has bleed from other, whatever.
The kick drum is very loud.
Yeah, and just that it's got a lot of low end in it, obviously, and it's hard to hide it. So let's just say you come across a part where there's fast double bass, so it's tick a bucket, tick a bucket, tick a bucket, tick a bucket, tick. Let's just, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say the drummer, his feet aren't working that day, or he's tired, whatever. So it's slop over slop, like it's just a mess. You know what I mean? Good luck trying to edit that kick drum and make it sound like somebody played it properly, right? So what I do is I have a mesh bass drum head. I take the drummer's kick drum head off. I put a mesh drum head on, and I put like a D drum trigger and have the D drum trigger going into one of the inputs. And then I'll put Steven Slate drums trigger plug-in on it. And I'll so in other words, he can still play the kick drum while he's playing, and it's triggering. So the mesh head is very quiet. It's not smacking like that. You know what I mean? So you're not going to have the issue of the kick drum bleeding through all the microphones. So I've had instances where, because here's the thing, when a drummer's playing fast double bass, a lot of the energy goes to the legs, and the hands get very like weak and soft because they're concentrating so much, and they're like, oh my god. So the hands get very soft.
I can't stop.
So certain parts like that, I'll tell the drummer, don't even play the feet, and we'll program in the kick drums. I know it's kind of cheating and it's not real, but it gets the trick done. I mean, for like that hard rock stuff and metal, you can't have stuff all, slop over slop. It's
flopping around.
Yeah.
So are you saying though? Let me see if I can figure out what you're saying. Are you saying what you do is you basically you kind of mute the actual bass drum sound and you replace a sample?
Yeah.
Of a sound on top of that, so every time they're hitting, it's triggering a sampled sound.
Yes. In metal nowadays, dude, I don't know there's only a few engineers probably that are using the real mic'd kick drum from that session. I would say 9 times out of 10, unless, like I said, unless you're recording in a world-class studio with a world-class drummer, it's usually that kick drum you're hearing is a sampled kick drum with room mics on it and all that stuff. It's very rare nowadays that you're using. And like I said, I got this tip from one of the bigger engineers in metal nowadays. What are you doing?
Look what I just found. These are what I used to use years ago. I never returned them to the library. No, I'm kidding. I bought these years ago. Let me find. Is there a like a heavy rock one? I haven't used these in years. But these are what I used to use.
Oh, DOD.
Drums on demand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically samples.
Yep.
Samples of kick drums, everything you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all different styles. Oh, this is back from 2003, 2004 is when they were making those.
Wow.
So there's a lot of other stuff now, but I've got tons of them. I use these for a lot of years for creating drum tracks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're actually played. And the guy actually, whoever this is, he actually played them.
Yeah, they're real.
So they're real.
They're real. Yeah, they're real drums hit, but obviously it's not from the performance of your drummer or you. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, Fruitcake Tony says Jay Mutt Lang Hannon. Yeah, I wish. But no, it helps. And here's another reason why it helps. Not just because of, like I said, when your hand, you're playing fast double bass stuff, sometimes the hands don't go as hard. You can't really concentrate on them. But let's just say after you record the drums, the drummer's like, man, we should have played a different pattern on the kick drum, or maybe we should change something up here. You literally have freedom to change anything. Like, hey, can you put a little gallop in there, like a triplet gallop on that one part? You put it in. You don't have to play it. Mm-hmm. Or if you're like, man, I shouldn't have played those 2 kick drums right there. Can you take them out? Yeah, we can take them out. So you have the MIDI option of programming the kick drums. I know one project that I did, we did pre-production, and we actually programmed the kick drums in before we even recorded. So when he was playing to a click track, he didn't even have to use his feet at all because the kick drums were all there. So he was able to be super tight with his hands because he didn't have to concentrate at all with his feet.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So it helps from an editing standpoint. Just the whole thing. I mean, cool. If you're a purist, I know it kind of is like, I guess, cheating. But in my opinion, it's all about the final product.
Everything within any type of DAW, any type of Pro Tools, Logic, it's all cheating.
Yeah,
all of it. No matter what you do in there, you're cheating.
Yep.
Unless you're using a Tascam 4-track cassette like what I have sitting here, unless you're recording on that with 4 microphones live, then that's the real deal. But anything you do within a DAW would be considered cheating, but it's not. It's creating.
Yep. I mean, like I said before, if I was recording, like, let's just say a blues band or something, I wouldn't even entertain that idea.
I wouldn't even let them in.
Wouldn't even entertain the idea of record. No, not at all. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. But no, it's
no Floyd Roses in that.
But I mean, it's just another thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. And like I said, there's so many.
I can't imagine you working with a blues band. I can't imagine that. I mean,
why not?
Well, I mean, just the type of music that you have worked on, that you listen to, and that you talk about.
That's fine. Robot Master Switch says, how does the drummer give the audience the album experience? Well, I'll give you from my experience. I mean, when my band recorded our first album, which is this one right here, I mean, if you come into the studio with your songs, right? And then a producer goes, okay, hear this part right here. That part sucks. Let's change it. You hear that chord there? Do something else. You hear this drum beat? Do something else. You hear that solo?
This band sucks.
This band sucks. Why are they even here? Why am I wasting my time? No, but like, for the most part, if you have a producer producing your music, they're going to change stuff anyway. So you have to almost relearn some of your songs. It's the same thing with a drummer.
They're going to change everything.
It depends. I mean, if you're writing a pop record, yeah, they're gonna change everything.
They'll keep maybe the core of the tune,
mm-hmm.
But parts are always changing. Like, hey, let's say, if you go into the studio and you're going to record, a song that's EAG, where the changes, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the core of the tune.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote those 3 chords, they're
getting paid.
That's the writer of that. Yeah. But a guitar player riffing over that, coming up with ideas and whatever,
or a solo,
or soloing. What am I trying to say? Those parts can always get mixed up and changed. The producer will be like, "Hey, I don't know about that solo. Maybe try Try playing that, try switching those two parts over. Or we're talking about cheating. We're talking about Pro Tools. Record 3 takes of that. Then they create the solo within Pro Tools where they totally mix all the notes up. And then the guitar player has to relearn the solo later because they did play it, but they really didn't play it.
Yes. You're
that
right.
happens. That happens all the time too.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff you gotta learn it anyway before you go out on tour, because like we said, some stuff gets changed and a lot of it too. I mean, when Joe Satriani talks about, was it Crushing Day off of Surfing with the Alien, he wrote that song sitting down and then realized after a couple years went by that it was a fan favorite and then tried to play it and realized I can't play it standing up. So it's funny. He did a clinic or something and he actually brings out a chair for the solo section of the song and sits down and plays it. He's like, I can't play it standing up, man. So he's like, if you're going to write music, I recommend writing standing up. Otherwise, you get into this situation where you can't play it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Cameron Brown. Hey, man.
Oh, Cameron Brown. Tomorrow, everybody pay attention to Cameron's Instagram page and social media. There's going to be something that I helped out slightly on. I mixed a little short tune for something that he's involved in. So check out his Instagram page tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just going to say real quickly, anytime I'm recording, most of the time when I'm playing or writing, or mostly recording, I'm always standing up. Always standing up, recording. You go into some studios and they'll offer you a chair. Like, hey, you want to sit down? Get comfortable.
Yeah,
whatever.
Comfortable. Do you want to lie on?
But no, to really get into it, you have to be standing. Well, for me anyway, I have to be like rocking out. Doing the moves. Yeah, because I get into it. I really get into it. You sit to pee. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I sit down and and play.
I was going to say you're going to show us. You're going to open the door back there.
Yeah, I sit down to pee and stand to poop. Exact opposite, man. Exact opposite.
Hey, if that works.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot different in the metal world as far as recording. There are things that you would in different genres that you would leave. Oh, like if you play something and you drag that chord a little bit or a little string noise here or there, and other genres, it's fine. It adds to it. But sometimes in metal, almost people expect it's got to be perfect.
Metal is very tight.
Yes,
very tight and very
almost mechanical. And I think modern day to a fault. Modern metal, I think, is mechanical to a fault.
Wait, are we doing the metal show right now? Is this?
Yeah, Brian, we don't need you. We don't need you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Ben. Very tight.
Yeah.
And there's not, there may be some of the, what do you call it? Guitar talk, string noise, what do you call it? The little,
string noise,
it might be some of that. Yeah. But it's very, tight.
Locked in. Yep. I mean, listen to Fear Factory, for instance. If anybody's a Fear Factory fan out there, you'll know that's like beyond tight. I remember reading an interview with Dino from Fear Factory after the Digimortal album came out. And that was around 2004, 3, something like that. Anyway, they mentioned they recorded it as tight as possible and they still went in and everything was like locked to the grid. And, if let's just say they play a riff and a riff repeats 4 times, they'll take the tightest one and just repeat it. And I'm like, that's going too far. That's going really too far, in my opinion. But with the name Fear Factory, you can understand why they would want everything super duper locked in and tight, you know?
I've done that, man. I can't tell you how many times I've done that in songs where I'll take the one part and I'll just repeat. I'll just, what do you call it, fly over or grab it and just,
fly it over.
You know, fly it over the same exact part. And you know, with sampling, with certain styles of music, it's fine. It's fine. But there's so much stuff you can get if you know how to use your own DAW, if you're recording, if you know what you're doing, there's so many things you can do, and you can hide in there and create where the listener, like what I did one time.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I had this song one time in this band. This was years ago. And the song ended up getting played on the local San Francisco college radio station, like late at night. You know, like I think they called. Sometimes the DJ would call and tell you, like, "Hey, we're about to play your song if you want to tune in." You know,
no,
you send them yeah, I'm sitting down. You know, they say, "Hey, F you tone, hey now, hey now." Yeah, you'd send them, you know, your demo, your CD, and they'd call you. They'd let you know before they played it, so you know, so they'd have
somebody listening to it.
So they'd have one person listening. Yeah, yeah. But what I did one time was the particular song they played. I actually mixed in a reel into the song, but it was like at a certain part of the song where only if you knew it was there, like you could totally hear it. But it fit within the structure of the tune. So I can say I actually did that over the radio. You know, it was actually played over the radio. Yeah, yeah. And of course, you know, on YouTube, you know, we could stand up and do that right now if we wanted, you know. But back in the day, it was a little, you know, little more exciting.
Well, I've only snuck something into somebody's recording one time, and it's the first Byzantine record that I recorded and mixed. And the guy, I don't even think everybody in the band knows it's there. But is anybody in here a gamer? I think I told you about this, Johnny. If anybody in here is a gamer and a fan of the Gears of War franchise, what is it?
Franchise. I am a gamer. I'm not sure of that game, but
okay. Franchise. So if anybody is a Gears of War fan and they know the character in the game or the enemies, they're called boomers, and they're big guys, and they have these big. The gun is called the boom shot, and right before they fire it, they go boom, and it's like a low pitched. It sounds like that, but low. You know, they obviously pitched it down.
Yeah.
So there's in the last song on that album, crap, what the hell is the song called? It's literally the fastest song that probably one of the fastest songs they've ever recorded. And as soon as the part hits, I put that sample in the song, but it's the same type of thing. Unless you like you'll hear it. I mean, I know it's there, so I can hear it. I know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think anybody really. Nobody said anything to me about, dude, is there a boom mic right there? You know, no one said it, but I know it's there.
Yeah.
And, I thought after I did it, I thought OJ from Byzantine was going to be pissed that I did it. He's like, dude, I don't care. I was like, I have to tell you, I have a confession to make, you know? And he was like, dude, I can barely even hear it. He's like, I kind of do, but I don't notice it. But he's like, whatever. But it's cool, you know? Boom.
Oh, that happens all the time, not just with music, but with film, with movies. You know, like Star Wars, you know, The Empire Strikes Back, the asteroid field. You know, if you look in there, there's like a shoe in there, there's a potato.
Is there?
Floating around? Yeah. If you know where they are, you can see them. I don't know where they are. John BL, do you know where they are? But yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all types of stuff that's thrown into a lot of different things, but yeah, with music, with your DAW, you can hide a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, Easter eggs. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, you can hide a lot of things where it's there. You know, um, I don't know. I think there might be an art to that now. Anyway, you know, putting things in and yeah, especially these days with the sampling and sampled music.
All right, here's the song is called Pathogen, and it's on Byzantine's 2012 release, self-titled release. It's the first album I worked on with those guys. God, I wish I could remix it.
You'd make that part louder.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would change. Boom! Put distortion on it, delay, and just. Oh, I'll give you the time it happens at. Hold on, I don't want to play it over here.
Yeah. And yeah, by the way, follow me on TikTok. Thank you, Nightbot. I need to start posting over there. I need to start doing stuff. So
it's around the like 119 area, but just go to like 1 minute. Just listen to the whole damn song. And when it gets to like that 1 minute, 10 seconds, just pay attention. And then as soon as the heavy part, the whole song's heavy as hell. But as soon as one part kicks in, listen closely and you can kind of hear it. So
Brian Spalding. I was watching that movie the other night.
What movie?
He said in the movie Core, there's a scene with birds crashing into a window. Oh, and they added a salmon.
Salmon?
Salmon? They added a salmon among the birds. I was watching that movie the other night. I was flipping through Netflix or whatever, and I just happened to be looking at that. I remember that scene. Yeah.
A shoe and a potato.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Within that asteroid field on The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
Salman.
Did they change it for the remasters?
I don't know.
Because I wonder if George Lucas, maybe he didn't even know about it back then. And then when he found out, he was like, you sons of bitch. Who did it?
He changed everything else.
He fired somebody, 30 years later. They weren't even.
Calls them up. I just saw there's a potato in this scene.
Well, tomorrow, maybe John BL, maybe on Saturday Night Live, you can spend the next 24 hours finding screenshots of it.
John BL, find us the potato.
Yeah. Potato. Oh, that's too good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs in Star Wars movies. There's a lot of different stuff that a lot of nerds figured out. Yeah, the stormtrooper that hits his head when they're walking into the what do you call it? The control room? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, that makes me want to record some music now. Just to throw weird stuff in there.
Well, when you mention about changing certain things or flying things over, I'm more apt to do it when I'm recording or mixing somebody else because it's not me. It's like, because obviously if a riff repeats or something and you notice a flub, like, okay, well, he played this riff, 3 times before this. So you find the one that sounds good and you just copy it and paste it, But when it's me, I'll know. So I'll actually like re-record it. I'll drive myself nuts sometimes. So I'm like, man, if I just copy the one I played right and put it there, even if it's just one note, I'll know when I listen back 10 years later that I didn't play that and I'll be pissed about it. So I always re-record stuff that I messed up. But
even if it sounds good.
Oh, if something sounds good, no, it's fine. I'll leave it. But if it's noticeable, like if I'm recording something and it's noticeable, I'll be like, oh man, instead of, like I said, copying the right one over. Even like I said, even if it's one note, I'll just re-record it.
Yeah. That's the whole thing with using Pro Tools or some sort of DAW is fixing
everything,
fixing all that stuff.
And when do you stop? When is it like stop? It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to go through with a fine-tooth comb, because like you kind of said,
it's
99% or more than that, they're not even going to notice it.
No, you can make music, you can make a guitar part so perfect, and with mistakes, you can create like the perfect take with a mistake that's cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can you can create the most perfect thing that maybe somebody could have played one time, and it has that feeling to it. Maybe the note goes slightly sharp, but it has that attack. It has that feeling. And there's certain times you can only do it that one time.
Yeah.
And if you can capture that, that's awesome. But within a DAW, you can create that, and depending on how good you are, you can create it and make it sound like it actually happened. And you can create the feeling, or whatever. But yeah, you got to be good, and you can't. The one thing with me with recording, like you were saying, like when is it ever good enough? When is it done? For me, it's good enough and done when I'm just sick of it, when I can't stand it anymore. Yeah, this. Okay,
yeah, it's hard when you're in control of everything. You're 100% right. It's hard when you're in control of everything, because like I'm in here and I'm recording myself. There's nobody sitting there or nobody sitting at here going, dude, it's good. It's good. It's fine. You don't need anything else on top of it. Or, I think a lot of musicians, they feel like they have to play something flawlessly. Otherwise it's not good enough, and I think there is a fine line between performance. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to have, a lot of people go on vibe. Does it have that vibe to it? And there's a fine line between like getting too crazy, because if something is too perfect, it can really be, I know I kind of use this word quite a few times, but sterile, it like doesn't have any feeling to it. It's perfect, but there's nothing to it. Doesn't have any like vibe or anything to it. And it's hard when you're, like I said before, recording yourself and finding that fine line of like, okay, I got to leave it, it's done.
Yeah. It's all about the vibe.
Yeah.
Even if it slightly sucks, if that vibe is there, you leave it, and you can work around it. You want to keep that vibe in there. But no, what I'm saying though is anything can be created, but you can go, crazy enough to create that vibe. It can be made. But maybe, you listen back to it, and I don't know. It's all about, for me, it's all about listening to it the next day or the next time. And if it does the same thing for me the next time, if the vibe is still there, you leave it.
Yeah.
And if it's not, because that's the danger of creating anything, is you can get really sick of something really fast and just forget it. I mean, think of how many bands. Think of how many Metallica songs that you never heard because they worked on them, or so and so worked on them, and it gets to the point where it's like, forget it.
Yep.
Let's work on another one.
Yeah, it's got a cool riff. It's got an awesome riff, but that's all it has is that one riff or one part, and you're like, it needs to have the whole song to it. I mean, I'm sure you've had the situation too where you'll record something, and at the time, maybe it's late at night, and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. You'll go to bed, you'll wake up the next morning, you'll put it on, and be like, oh, Jesus, That's not that good. You know, like you'll hear it and you're like, what was I thinking there? A lot of that happens with me if I'm like programming drums or something. I'll be like, that's a cool drum beat. And then the next day I'll hear it and I'm like, doesn't do the trick or whatever, you know?
Yeah. You can't work on stuff. Here's the rules, you guys. And hey, Bozique, I see your thing. We'll get to that in 1 second. When you're working on music, if you're writing, if you're I think recording, mainly for recording, you always want to work, you want to record, you always want to be a little hungry. You never want to come back after dinner and do something. You always want to like before dinner, you want to do whatever it is you got to do, because it'll have that energy to it.
I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Huh. Is it kind of like don't go shopping hungry because you'll buy everything in the store?
Don't go shopping while you're full, because you won't want that. Don't go to McDonald's and then go to the don't go shopping for something.
I can't go to McDonald's and then go to the food store because I'll have to
after
poop.
You already had it. You know? Yeah, because you always want to have you always want to be slightly, and when I mean hungry, I mean like hungry. You always want to
been fasting hungry.
Yeah. If you're working on something. But, you know, the other side of that is you can't get too hungry, because then you'll just get hangry. And although that might be where that cool solo comes from, though, is you're like, come on, let's do it. And then now we can eat.
Well, you know, maybe we can discuss this hungry thing tomorrow night. Because that's kind of, I never really thought of anything like that with recording. You know, usually it's like, oh man, I got to eat, you know? But maybe you just get tired after you eat. Maybe that's why you don't have that extra spark or something.
Yeah. And also when you're working on stuff, you can't, you have a certain window for working on, for me anyway, for working on music, for mixing, for editing, for whatever it is. There's only a certain amount of time where I can do that, where it's exciting and I can actually get the best ideas. And this is when I'm by myself. I mean, when you're working with other people, it's totally different with whoever you're whoever you're working with. What am I trying to say? When you're collaborating with somebody, you never know what you're going to get, and if they're good, if you're good, it can be amazing. There you go. Focus, John Beale. Yeah, focus. Okay, really quickly. Where is Bozique was saying something to us right here. I have a question for Jay and Johnny Beane. When you started touring and recording as younger professionals, hey, we're still younger professionals.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I was 15.
Did you have expectations of being rich and famous from it, or did you just do it because it was fun? Well, back in the day, I mean, yeah, you think, oh, this it could be great. No, you do it like with anything that you do, like me sitting here doing this, you do it because you want to do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting anything from this. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's for me, it's been a very slow, these shows get bigger. It's slowly getting better and better over here, but as far as rock and roll and playing the guitar, no, you do it because you love it. And it's any kind of attention I ever got. Like, let's say my band would get like in a magazine or getting played on the radio was cool, but any kind of like attention, like famous type of attention, I was always embarrassed. It was always embarrassing, not so much anymore. It's a little different now, especially because I've been doing this type of thing. I go to the NAMM show and somebody comes up to me, hey, I love your videos. Like they know who I am. oh, that's awesome. Hey, hey, how are you? I want to know. I want to get to know, meet them and be like, hey, how'd you discover this? Whatever, Um, I look at it differently now. Back in the day, it was just, it was cool. Yeah, my picture is in a magazine, but it's I would almost feel bad.
Why would you feel bad?
I'd feel bad, like I don't know if that makes any kind of sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
The whole like kind of embarrassing, like maybe like bashful type of thing. Like it's weird because it is weird all of a sudden to kind of have that type of thing. But I mean, when you're kids and stuff, we're watching, these guys are influences, and we're seeing the posters on our walls and in the magazines and all this stuff. Like, of course, you're kind of thinking, I want to be on stage and, have that kind of like, it was never about like being rich and famous for anything like that. It was always just because I loved playing music. But obviously, like that rock star kind of life, some of it, obviously, because now I was never a big party or anything like that, but it just looked like something super fun. You get to play music for a living and be on stage. Like that to me is what it was about. It was like having fun, obviously, the relationships you had with your bandmates, some good, some not, which is normal,
Mm-hmm.
But it was always about the music and about having fun. And if it ever got to that point, which it never did, where I was able to like make a living playing and making music, I mean, that would have been enough for me. I don't have to be rich. I don't have to be famous. It was just about, man, if I could make a living making music, like that's all I would ever, that would be a dream, So it wasn't like the rock stardom and the parties and all the, like the girl stuff. That's not what drove me to make music. It was, maybe that's why I never made it past a certain point. Maybe you have to want that type of stuff, but,
and there's a lot of extra stuff that comes along with a lot of that I had no idea about,
Yep.
No clue. Now it's almost like we know everything.
Well, I'm not going to, there was a big band that we toured with. I'm not going to mention the name, but I'll put it this way. They were all, maybe I don't know. Let's just put it this way. They had more problems than I could ever dream of having. Like, it was almost like, do I really want that? You know what I mean? Like all the headaches and the stuff that comes along with people wanting to be your friend or involved with you because of who you are, not what you are, or is it vice versa? You know what I mean? Like it gets sticky when you're a rock star or any famous person. You got people nipping at your heels, wanting to be your friend or this and that. And then
if you're getting attention, no matter what it is, if you're getting attention, all of a sudden, like this happened to me when I started working with Desmond Child, all these old friends of mine came out of the woodwork out of nowhere. And they go calling me up. Hey, Johnny. Hey, need a bass player? Like it happens.
Yeah.
It happens, But yes.
I'm not going to name who it is. Somebody asked, was it a couple bands? And it wasn't them. It was, it just, to me, it was almost like a wake up call. Like,
it wasn't ABBA.
No, dude, I'm telling you, it was a wake up call, like seeing how unhappy out of that element that they were in their like regular lives. You know what I mean? And, to me, it was almost like, whoa, is something like this even worth it?
That's like what I was saying, that you really have to want to do whatever it is. You really have to enjoy doing that, because there can be a lot of extra crap around it that you don't want or need, but you have to put up with.
Yeah. Well, I know I have to go, but John BL mentioned something about the Metallica year and a half in the life of Metallica video before. And in that video, I forget who mentions it, but one of them mentions, that album they recorded, 10, 11 months, something like that. And they said that 3 out of the 4 of the members of Metallica were divorced after that album was recorded. You know what I mean? Could you imagine like going to record an album and having to it's a weird thing. It looks like a dream on paper, but when you see it kind of going on behind the scenes, and I mean, you go on Blabbermouth and you see all this stuff. So-and-so's wife in a divorce is getting 500 million. It's like, what is going on? So I think with fame and fortune, with anything good, sometimes there comes the bad with it. And is it worth it? I don't know. It depends on what kind of person you are and what really matters to you. So, obviously it would have been great to be in one of the biggest bands or a bigger band than we were in, being able to play this and that. But at the same time, I don't know if I would go back and change anything, because who knows how my life would have, maybe I would have never met Johnny, and I don't know if I could handle that.
We never would have met. So anything we did before this, it
Yeah,
it's all that matters is that now we're here.
That's right. Yeah. If I was in a bigger band or something, or made it farther, maybe it would have been one of those cases where like Johnny or Dave would have contacted me to come on the show, and I would have just never responded.
Yeah. You wouldn't have opened the message like I do.
Yeah, just not even opened it. How much you gonna pay me? I gotta go. I always gotta go.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much. I'll keep everybody updated with what's going on here in Santa Cruz. And if you're a channel member on here, you'll get the exclusive behind the scenes videos and everything. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully, Saturday night. I don't know where I'll be or whatever, but I can run these shows from my phone. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Which video am I doing? Oh, this one. All right. Good night. Wait, make sure it's right. It'd be this one here. All right. Good night, everybody. See you, Jay.